Hi, good morning. So today I am going to show you how I do my eyeshadow. This is how I typically do my eyeshadow no matter what color combination I use or if I use glitter or not. I usually follow these steps unless I'm doing a halo eye or on a rare occasion like blue moon status. I do a smoky eye, which I always look like I got punched in the eye. So I don't do those very often, but I'm going to show you how I place the shadow and what eyeshadows I use. I only actually used 4 eyeshadows, 5 if you count the brow bone highlight and a glitter. So I used a total of 6 actual colors. I use my Adept palette, which is actually it's just a self-made palette that I made. It's the actual palette. It's called Adept. That's what it looks like. Super dirty because I use it all the time. It's something that I put together. So it holds all my, these are all mattes, and then the bottom are foiled shadows. And the very, very bottom is actually pressed pigments that I pressed myself. And this whole section down here, well, that's not supposed to happen, but this here is actually pressed glitters that I did myself. I pressed my own glitters because I wasn't going to pay $12 for each glitter, which is ridiculous. So, yeah, I got to put that back together now. But I used those shadows mainly, sorry, I forgot to show you. I used these two here, which is Creme Brulee and Peaches and Cream from Makeup Geek. And then I used this one here, which is Frappe by Makeup Geek, and this one here, which is Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear. And then for glitter part, I used this peachy one right here. It has a big old indent because I dug my finger in there. That's the one that I used today. It's just a peach gold. I think it has some pink in there too. And I used the Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer in Skin. And I used the NYX Glitter Glue. For brushes, oh, and the brow bone highlight, I actually used, this is the Viseart palette. I used this one here for the brow bone. This is the Warm Mattes palette. I used, these are the brushes that I use. These are the brushes that I normally always use. Wayne Goss number 16 brush, which is just like a little, it's not little by any means, actually huge. It's like, it's as big as my eyeball. Fluffy brush. Then I used, in order, I used the MAC 221 brush, which is a more defined short brush. It's like a little smaller definition brush. I like this one for that. Even though it doesn't look defined on my eyes, that's what I use it for. And then I used the MAC 217 brush, which is just, it's a super old brush, so I just use it for the outer V corner color. And then I used a 224 brush to kind of blend everything together so it doesn't have any kind of harsh lines, although I didn't succeed because you could still see the harsh lines, but whatever. This is what I used to actually do the glue. It's a Sigma E56 brush. I use this for the NYX glitter glue so I could pat it on my eyes. You'll see it in the video too, in the clip next. It's coming up next. And this is what I used to do the primer. It's a Morphe M224, mainly because it's synthetic and it's flat and it gets the primer on my eyelid. I don't like putting my finger on my eyelid, which I did use for the glitter because I didn't want to use a brush. It gets too gunky and it gets all over the place. But yeah, that's all I did. If you're interested on my lip color, my hair is a mess today. I am wearing the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in Stepping Out. I love it, but I think it's almost time for it to go because it's starting to act like Play-Doh. But it looks pretty, so whatever. But that's it. So In the next clip, you'll see me do my eyeshadow. Minus the eyeliner and lashes. Okay, so let me show you how I do my eyeshadow. I take some eyeshadow primer on a flat brush. I'm actually just using the, where'd it go? The Morphe M224 brush because it's flat and it works. And I just pat the eye primer all over my eyelid. So that my colors show more true. And I'm really messy with this stuff, but looks like I put on a little too much today. It's okay. Just make sure you get it even, because if it starts creasing, that's when your eyeshadow starts creasing too. So get that on. And then I take my Wayne Goss number 16 brush along with Beaches and Cream and Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek. And I just apply that all over from the crease on up. I don't really have a defined crease, so just apply it wherever you think your crease should be. My eyelids are a little fluffy. Okay. So, and this brush is huge, so that's why I choose that one. Then I take the MAC 221 brush, which is a really small definer brush, and I mix Makeup Geek Frappe with a little bit of Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear. Like that's all I do on the lid, on the tip. And this is where I start to add a little more color. As you can see, I'm messy, so everything ends up being like super blown out and all over the place, which is fine by me. But this is exactly how I do my eyeshadow every single time, unless I'm doing like a halo eye or not even a cut crease. I do it this way because it's the same steps, except that when I do a cut crease, I do more of that eye primer and I do an eyeshadow instead of a glitter. Okay, so that looks semi-decent. Then I take a MAC 217 brush, just a really old brush, and Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear on there, and just add it onto the very edge of my eye, just to define it a little with the glitter, like that. Okay, so you just get that Cocoa Bear on the outer part of your eye, just like that. Then comes the glitter, and for glitter I just use the NYX glitter glue. I have others, but I find this one the easiest to use. but I just take some on a little shader brush. This is my Sigma E56 brush, and I just place it on my eyelid. And I do apply glitter like over that fold. Like if you can see where my fold's at right there, I apply glitter over that fold so you can actually see the glitter when I close my eyes. Otherwise you can't see it, and you can only see it when it's closed. And if you do get glitter transfer, it won't look as obvious because you already have glitter there. Then I get one of my, this is one of my pressed glitters that I pressed myself. I just use my finger for this one. And I get some, it's like a peach rose gold color. I just pat it onto the glue. And you want to do that pretty quickly because otherwise the glue starts to dry. And you gotta mess on your hands. Literally on your hands, because it's glitter doesn't want to transfer over. And sometimes you have to go back a little bit more with the pinky just to get a more opaque color. But that's it. I mean, it's pretty easy. And then I just go back with that same 217 brush and just kind of smooth out the edges on the glitter. You could do it this side too. One always turns out better than the other, but it's okay. Nobody's going to be staring at your eyeballs that long. Then I take a little bit more of the Cocoa Bear and actually try to kind of blend in that glitter, like mattify the outside corner of the glitter a little bit, just so it's a little bit more seamless. And for the final step, I take my little e.l.f. shader brush, take a little just flat shader, and a bone colored shadow. I'm taking the one from my Viseart palette, and just outline or underline your eyebrow. Then go back with a clean brush. I'm using a MAC 224 here, and just blend that in. I haven't done this one yet. And then reassess your eyeshadows, because sometimes you gotta add more eyeshadow. Or glitter. There's always one stray hair from brushes. But that's it. I mean, I'm gonna do glitter. I'm gonna do liner, but I'm not gonna show you guys how I do it because I've already shown you guys how I do it, and that's gonna make this even longer. And I like to keep my videos nice and short, so you don't get bored. But yeah, that's it.